Tank and Trucker, and today, by request, I'm going to do some comparison between the E50 and the E50M. Uh, Now, just recently, they did do some buffs to the E50 and M. I believe the frontal turrets got a little bit of a buff. The guns got some buffs, and little bit, just some little buffs here and there, but the easiest way to compare both these versus doing a complete review of both of them, which this still hits pretty much everything uh, that you would normally do in a review. As you can see, obviously, your E50M is going to outdo the E50 in pretty much most every department. As like average damage 390, average pen is better on your E50M at 270, and that's your standard round. Rate of fire, the E50M's got it just a little bit, so the reload time is 7.92 versus 8.28. Turret traverse on the E50M is 3271 and it's 3129 on the E50. Basically, not a huge difference. Not really anything that's going to be super noticeable in a match. Gun depression's the same on both. Aim time's quite a bit better on the E50M. And I've got it set at, yeah, basically, I'm sorry. It's set up at what my tanks are with the crews I have in them. Dispersion is 0.28 on the E50M and 0.29 on the E50, so not a big difference there. Average damage per minute is 2953 on the E50M, 2825 on the E50. So again, not a huge difference, and obviously the reason the E50M's got a little better DPM is because the average the rounds per minute. Survivability, you get 2050 hit points on the tier 10, 1750 on the tier 9. Armor values for both of them are identical. 150 on the front hull, 80 and 80 on the side and rear of the hull, 185 on the front of the turret, and 80 and 80 on the side and rear of the turrets. Weight, the E50 is actually a little bit heavier at 63 ton. The E50M is 62.76 ton. So even though it's a medium, that is got some pretty good weight to it. The E50s are known for being good ramming vehicles. So one of the perks you're going to want to use once you get, let's say, like your Sixth Sense set up and stuff, would be the ramming perk, so that when you hit somebody, they will take more damage than obviously you would. But yeah, the E50 and E50M, those are just ramming beasts. Those things, yeah, you can ram a lot of stuff with those, and you're going to do more damage to them than they will you. The horsepower in the E50M is 1200 and 900 in the E50. Specific power to weight is 1912 on the E50M and 14.29. That's pretty, I don't want to say huge, but I mean, that's almost 5 horsepower per ton difference. So you are going to notice the E50M definitely has a better takeoff and can maintain and get up to that 60 kph faster than the E50. But obviously, why would you have a tier 9 and a tier 10 if they had identical stats? Traverse speed on the hull is 47 point, almost 48 degrees per second on the E50M, and it's 33.38 on the E50. So you're going to spin pretty quick. Don't have to really worry too bad about being circle strafed in either of them, because 33.38 is still pretty good when the hull and the traverse, you're spinning them at the same time. And on the traverse, yeah, 31.29 and 32. So yeah, you're going to spin pretty quick. Don't have to worry about getting circle strafe too bad. Concealment on both of them are pretty much about the same. Concealment on the E50M is 12.86 and 12.06 on the E50. View range on the E50M is 442 and 421 on the E50. So they're both really good. Anything over 400, you're doing good. Signal range 785 on the E50M and 741 on the E50. So both of them are really good medium tanks. You're not going to get the reload of 5.5 seconds like you do in the 140 or the 62A. But the nice thing with this is you angle it a little bit, you'll get a lot of auto bounces, pretty much auto bounce all the time on the, well, not all the time, but on the top of the turret. And even your lower plate, if you're angled at a decent enough amount, not over angled, but just enough, about a 35, 40 degree angle, you'll get a lot of bounces on that lower plate. And the front of the turret has 105 armor, and it doesn't have a big gun mantle, but it's still got decent armor even around the gun mantle. And that commander's hatch is not very easy to hit on either of them. I like the E50M a little bit more because it's got that protective cage around the commander's hatch, and it makes it harder for somebody to actually shoot the commander's hatch because it's not quite as a clear target. Like with the E50, you can see that's where you got to shoot. With this, it's like that's in the way, so it's like, do you shoot up, do you shoot down? But you'd still, I always aim for just the little glass parts you see, you know, right here. So yeah, the model for both of them are almost identical. The E50 looks a little more, I think, like the Panther, and the E50M just, I don't know, just to me it looks more like it's got more oomph to it or something, I guess. And you can also see that the turret on the E50 versus E50M is offset more to the back on the E50 compared to the E50M. You can see how it's moved forward on the E50M. So yeah, they're both really good tanks. I really like them both, and I believe the -8 for the gun depression. I think on this last patch they buffed it from 7 to 8 degrees of gun depression for going in the down position, but the 20 degrees for shooting up stayed the same. So yeah, they're both really good tanks. If you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some gameplay for you in both of them, and we'll kind of compare and see how they do. Hey everybody, so here we are in, say Fisherman's Bay. I always forget the name of this map for some reason. But we're in the E50M Tier 10 Medium, and the problem I saw right off the bat is we've got one heavy and the enemy team had multiple heavies, so I knew that I was going to need to go and help whatever I could do in the city. And unfortunately, when I get in the city, there's not a whole lot that goes in there with me. So basically, I went into an area with a medium tank that I probably shouldn't have, but you know, like I preach and I have in the past, when you're in a tank destroyer, medium, light tank, whatever you're in, if you see an area that you know is going to need help, then you know, do what you can to help your team, even if it means going to an area that you probably should. And right off the bat, I always load a premium round. Now I'm kicking myself because I forgot this thing has heat for the premium round, and I hit that T50, and I should have been able to go right through it. And if I had loaded an APCR, it would have. But the freaking heat rounds, they're just junk. I absolutely hate heat rounds. So I just need to quit using them altogether. Very rarely do I even like shooting heat because they're just so basically unpredictable. If you're going to do damage, if you're going to penetrate, it's just, yeah, I don't like those too much. But anyway, so I saw the T-54E1. I didn't spot him. I'm pretty sure the MX 1390 and whatever we had up there did, but I do spot a IS-4 here. He was trying to bait a shot. I don't know if I was actually lit or not, but I knew better than to shoot at him at that angle because it would have just, you know, he'd have eaten the shot and that would have done nothing. I kind of pull forward, wait a minute, and he does start shooting across the road there, and I get a shot off on it. But unfortunately, there's a T-110E4 up that road, and once I was spotted by the IS-4, he puts just a lovely round right through my front there, and yeah, so there goes a pretty hefty chunk of my health right off the bat, unfortunately. Yeah, so I get another shot in the IS-4, and I'm down quite low on my hit points. And with the IS-4 right at that angle, you know, I'm not going to waste my rounds because they're not going to penetrate. So figured I'd come over here, go in the middle road, see if I get any shots off on the Tortoise or the IS-4 if I can get up there. And I make a pretty good mistake here in a minute. I take a shot at the Tortoise. I get loaded, and I do put one in his lower plate. The problem I made was right here. I should have backed right out of there while I loaded. But he pulls forward, and he's got a beautiful shot right on my lower plate. Or actually right in my side there. But he kind of backs off, so I take the... Actually, I actually go back in where I just was in that center road where I was shooting the Tortoise. I saw the IS-4 was over in that corner, and I thought that I would be able to get a damaging shot on him. Yeah, so there I see he's lit, and I know that he's probably right in that corner, so I pull up here, get a nice shot inside. He does hit me, but he tracks me, and that was it. But unfortunately, artillery was pre-aimed in the city here, and Palau just takes me out. So yeah, that was kind of painful. Unfortunately, I didn't do a whole lot of damage, only 637, but I think I was like 4th highest on the list of damage for my team. The teams I've been having today have been awful. I mean, literally, I've lost 6 matches in a row. And I'd made this video earlier, and I don't know what happened, but it turned out like crap. So this is a remake, and I hope it turns out a whole lot better for you. But we go on to lose this match miserably. So I will go ahead and stop it for now, and if you want to wait for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Alrighty, guys, here's the results for that match. The unfortunate thing is the enemy team had way more heavies than we did. We actually had one heavy. They had 1, 2, 3. Well, they had 3 heavies, but they also had a couple of their TDs that went into the city also. Basically, our team had myself, Type 5 Heavy, and that was about it that went into the city, and that's where, I've said this in the past, I don't care, like, you know, I said in the beginning of the match before it even started, hey guys, we're short on heavy, so I'm going to go into the city and help out there. Well, and I get there, and I'm the only one there, and I'm in a medium. Our heavy wasn't even there yet. So that's what I was trying to say in the past, though, is just because you're in a tank destroyer or a medium doesn't mean that you can't go cover or help assist in a spot when you know that the tank spread is not in your favor for heavies, let's say. So I went into the city to help out the heavies. Unfortunately, I think I was the only one that went into the city to help out the heavies, and we only had the type, was it a Type 4 heavy? Or was it a Type 5? Yeah, Type 4 heavy. And yeah, he only got 1 shot off for damage, so yeah, we were destined to lose this match, unfortunately. I was able to get some shots off in the IS-4. Oh, and one thing I did forget to talk about was the ammo type, and I hate heat. I absolutely hate heat. As you can see, the very first shot I took with this was a heat shot, and it either bounced, didn't pen, something. But then when I switched over to the standard round, which is APCR, it's got, geez, a lot less pen, but I was still able to pen with that. So yeah, I hate heat rounds. They're junk. I don't even know why I carry 16 rounds of heat in this thing. I've got 30 APCR, so I'm gonna switch it where I've got more APCR, because heat is just crap. They're junk, shit shells. I hate them. But anyways, I was able to bounce 1 shot, and I think it actually hit my track on from the IS-4. I knocked out his driver, hit him 3 times. It did 1,258 damage to him, and I hit the Tortoise once and did 379 damage to him. Yeah, I think, boy, don't quote me, but I think the Tortoise was the first shot I took, and that one didn't pen the front of him. Just, yeah, heat shells are crap. We did 4th most damage, and had 8 shots, 7 hit, 4 pen, 1,637 damage. Got hit 5 times, 4 pen, 1 was a none pen. I don't think it bounced. I think it actually just knocked my track off. Made 28,482 credits, but lost 12,975. And I also love, as you could see, that I love when your scouts have no clue what they're doing and they're back further than artillery is. Our T-49 was hiding back, and it's just, I don't even want to get into it. If you don't know how to play a certain um, genre of tank, mediums, heavies, tank destroyers, or lights, I don't play lights worth a shit. I don't. I am not gonna lie to you. If you put me in a light tank, I'm used to. Um, Shooting and getting shot at, brawling. I'm good at brawling. But when it comes to trying to dart around and hide in a light tank, I do not do good in light tanks. So you'll very rarely see me play a light tank. If somebody requests for me to do a review of a light tank, I'll do it and I'll play it once, maybe twice. But yeah, I don't play light tanks. So. Anyways, that was the E50M, and we'll go ahead and do a match in the E50 now. And the E50 standard round is AP, but the premium round is APCR. So much better. And that'll bump you up to 270 on the premium. And the standard round on the E50, which is APCR, the standard round is 270. So the premium round gets you up to 270 and it's APCR. So yeah, the 220 is kind of low for a standard, even a standard round for a tier 9. And just 220 is pretty low for a tier 9 tank. So let's go ahead and take this rascal out and see how we do in it. So in this match, we find ourselves on Ruinberg. I actually added this in different, I don't have the post-game stats for this one. It was a match I had done earlier. And I'm going to pause it for just a second, guys. I just realized I don't have it as a full screen. It says windowed. I don't know why it went to windowed mode, but I don't like that. Alrighty, so here we go. But I'm heading over here to the right where most of the time your mediums go to try and help them over on the Zero Road. And we get over, let me go ahead and speed it up a little bit here. You can hear the wind whistling through my ears in the tank. Unfortunately, our bat chat got up there, and there wasn't much more that came up this way, as you can see. See if I got it back to the normal speed. There we go, normal speed. So I'll pause it and I'll show you. So we got our bat chat down there. We got a bat chat over there. Behind us, we've got a TVP 51, and that's about it. So I kind of wish a heavy would have came up here with us, but no such luck. And I was a little surprised that nothing was actually spotted this close to me up on this corner. I thought for sure if I popped out here, there would have been a whole bunch of stuff right there, just nothing. So I pushed forward a little bit. And as soon as I get up here, I start lighting stuff. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Get a nice shot in the side of that 268. I was able to hit him right in the pooper and take him out, and I just got shot, and it hit me. Centurion 7-1 hit me. Yeah, he must have hit me right there right in the side, but that actually caught me on fire. But good thing I had a premium fire extinguisher because that put it out pretty much instantly. So right now there's 4 other mediums up here with me, but unfortunately they're just not kind of pushing forward. They're trying to play that field over there. It's not a real good idea. And right here I make the biggest mistake, And I see other people do this, and I couldn't believe I actually did it. So I took a shot into the E50. I'm going to start pulling forward. Now, the big mistake I made is, you see what angle I'm at? I should have never come up on this building at that angle. I should have came at this angle. So I was coming on more like this. Because what happened was, you'll see, I pull out here a little bit, then somebody knocks my track off, and they just sit there. And I already used, or I go to use my, actually, I think I go to use my repair kit, and as soon as I usually start backing up, somebody retracts me, and that's all she wrote. I just end up getting my ass handed to me right here in this corner. So I wait a second. That's the mistake I made. I take a shot. And just as I use my repair kit, I get retracked, boom, boom, and so I'm stuck on the corner here. There's not a thing I can do. So yeah, that's lesson learned on my part there. You can see that's all I could shoot, but there's enough to hit that drive wheel right there. And yeah, that's I usually don't make dumb mistakes like that, but I just stepped on it on this one, unfortunately. So I got 1,502 damage out, and I killed their Object 268. But again, we go to lose this match. Going to lose this match anyway. So I've lost every match this morning. I'm just having a very bad day with World of Tanks. So if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have another replay for you. And like I said, I don't have the post-game stats for this match because I'm just throwing this one in right now to show you how not to push a corner with any kind of tank, because if they get that drive wheel knocked off like they did on me right there, there's not a damn thing you can do. You just sit there and they tear you up. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, and for our third and final match, we find ourselves on Erlenberg, and now this time we're in the E50. Unfortunately, guys, I hate to tell you already what's going to happen, but just once again, this team just literally falls apart. And once it happens, it's me against, I believe there was 6 mediums on the side that I was on over here, and I ended up taking off running for my dear life, and ended up getting shot in the ass a few times, and unfortunately knocked out. I have just been having absolutely no luck in just crap teams all morning. I made this video earlier today, and a buddy of mine sent me a message that said, "Did you change something on your video? This looks like shit." He said it's all grainy and stretched out. I'm like, well, I changed it to supposed to be 1080p, and I looked, and sure enough, I got it set for 1080p, but something just didn't come out right. So this is actually a second make on the video, and I'm hoping that it looks a lot better. I actually changed it to 60 frames per second versus the standard 30. The human eye can't see over 30 frames per second anyways, but it's supposed to give it basically, you're at a higher resolution, smoother frames. I'm hoping that's kind of what happens. I'm doing these videos right now. I make everything that I do on a laptop. It is a gaming laptop, and I paid like $4,500 for this laptop. It's no piece of crap, believe me. It's actually got SLI NVIDIA 980Ms for the video cards. It's a very impressive laptop, so it's able to pretty much handle it, but here I'm getting shot from the hill up there, and I go to back up, and I'm like, nice. Now I'm trying to back up, and I can't back up. This guy doesn't take the 2 seconds just to back out of the way. He finally did, but then he comes up here and starts ramming into me, so... But anyways, I'm gonna go and buy I'm gonna build a very nice gaming / computer for doing videos. I think I'll use my laptop specifically for doing the video conversions and storage of the videos and stuff. And I've already started doing getting the stuff set up to purchase a new desktop, and I build all my desktop computers, and this thing is going to be a wicked ass gaming computer, so I'll be pretty happy with it, and hopefully you guys are happier with the results of the videos, because Obviously, a laptop does all right, but it'll look a lot better when I'm a lot smoother and whatnot when I'm doing it on a computer that's specifically built for that video editing and stuff. Anyways, we go on to lose this match, and we just get rumble stomped, and that's been the story of my matches all morning so far. I did 1,260 damage and got just pounded on. So, if you guys want to hold on a minute, I'll have the post-game stats for you, and try not to laugh too hard, guys. I'm just having really terrible luck with teams this morning, so you know how it goes. But anyways, if you want to hold on a minute, I'll be right back. So yeah, today might be a short-lived day with World of Tanks. I can't. I don't think I could buy a win today so far. I've had 5 matches, 3 matches, and lost every one of them. It's to the point. I mean, well, let's just go over this real quick. So, bounced around from the Object 140, hit him for 385. Hit the 62A, knocked out his track, and hit him twice for 766, and hit the T71, bounced around from him, finished him off. He only had 109 hit points. So, yeah, that was pretty sad. I only did 1,260 damage, and I was 4th highest in damage. I mean, this is a pitiful fucking team, and I've had them all morning this morning. I mean, a T49, 0 damage, 1390, 0, T34, 0, Leopard PTA, 0. I mean, everybody has a bad day, but I mean, come on. This has been the teams I've had all morning. 1375, 262, a Ferdinand, 341, 341. He did 341 damage, and if you watch the chat there, he was calling us a bunch of piece of shit, turd shitters, and he did all of 1 shot of damage. He only took 2 shots, but we're the turds. 5041, well, that's 1 shot of damage. AMX M49, that's 2 shots. 12104, 2 shots. Low, 969, that's 3, I think. Yep, 3 shots. VK, that's 1,000, that's 3 shots. I mean, I had 8 shots, 7 hit, 4 pen. It's kind of hard to pen the turrets and stuff. The ammo on this it doesn't have a good punch. Grill 15, 1983, E100, 2673, and an T123, 3270. I mean, we just had turd players for mediums. And so the area I was in, where I was running that medium, when your team gets overrun like that, I mean, you saw, I mean, I took off running because, I mean, I didn't have a choice. It was me, myself, and I taking on like 7, I think there were 6 or 7 mediums coming at me. And, well, unfortunately, the 62A and 140 have a 5.5 second reload to a 5.5 second reload. My reload's like 8.28 seconds. So obviously he's gonna out reload me. So what can you do? But yeah, it's just in all the matches I've had this morning, I've done crap for damage because I get a couple shots off, and before I know it, I'm trying to run for my dear life to get out of there. But like I said, I don't go playing 15 and 20 matches till, oh, look at this guy has 5,000, 7,000 damage. I'm a stud, I rock. That's my ace tanker play. I hate it when people do that. And a lot of people that do these videos, that's what they do. And it's ridiculous. Go out, play a couple matches, show them what you really do. Yeah, you might have, I've got good stats, and certain people that I know that do that, they've got really good stats. But give me a break. You don't have ace tanker gameplay every match, but that's all you show. I mean, show what the thing is capable of doing on an average match, not your 9 or 10,000 damage match. Hate it when people do that. It's just bullshit. But anyways, so I had 8 shots, 7 hit, and only pen 4, 1,260 damage. Got hit 9 times, 6 pen, 3 bounce for 790 damage. Damage 3, destroyed 1, made 22,085 credits, but lost 8,650. But yeah, I think I'm going to be taking a break after I put this video together today from Tanks till later this afternoon, because 3 matches in a row, and just teams that just, they might as well have just put their guns in the water and shot fish or something, because they sure now weren't doing anything in the game when you've got 4 tanks that do 0 damage. I mean, I think one of these didn't even take a shot. Well, Leopard, 1 shot, didn't even hit anything. Jesus, one of the most accurate guns in the game. But anyways, yep, failed teams today, guys. So I'm gonna be on, but it's probably gonna be this afternoon. So, I'm sorry I couldn't do more damage for you guys and give you a better replay of the E50 and E50M, but yeah, I'm not just gonna keep running match after match and getting my ass handed to me because the team just falls apart. So, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and the review of the E50 and E50M. They are both really good tanks. It's just you need to have a team that know, I guess, where to point the gun. So, if you got some backup with you, you can actually just roll right over teams, and this is a really good tank to do it in. But, when you got, 4 or 5 tanks that are you're running with, and they all die without doing any damage at all, and the next thing you know, you got to run for your dear life. It's just you're not going to do much damage because mediums just this has got good frontal armor, but every time I get shot, I've noticed most of the rounds that hit me, everybody's slinging gold. So anyways, you guys take it easy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you guys be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.